Okay, so as we mentioned before, certain types of tags are block level, which means that by default they take up the full width of the page. Examples of that are div tags, H1 through H6, so all the header tags, paragraphs, forms, which we don't really work with in here, header, footer, section, so on and so forth. And then there are some that only take up the width that they require. And when those are known as inline. So they're not going to start on a new line. Examples of those include span, A, image, span, A, and image tags. Note though that behavior can be overwritten. So that's what we're showing here in this example. Okay, so in this example, I've created a span, or a couple different spans. So let me close this so we can see it better here. So I have this span in the first paragraph, and it's assigned to class A, and then a span in the second paragraph here assigned to class B, and then a span in the last paragraph assigned to class C. And for A, I'm setting the display to inline, which basically means that it's going to be treated as an inline object, right? So it just takes up the space that it needs there, which is actually the default. So if I didn't set this, it wouldn't really change anything. And we can demo that real quick if you want to see. Didn't really change anything. Okay, and then inline block basically is changing it to an inline block as opposed to an inline element. So what that actually allows is for it to honor these width and height settings. So now it's got to define width and height that are set. Notice I did set the width and height here when it was in line, but inline objects don't honor width and height, so it didn't actually matter. Those are just ignored. Whereas inline block doesn't ignore it. So we have a set height and a set width. And then lastly, block basically turns an inline object into a block level object. So here you can see it's actually being moved to its own new line. So it's acting again as a block level instead of as an inline object.